heat molding our giant clamshell set for the one and only mermaid Chez Monique. Curious about how our shells come to life? Hit that subscribe button and follow along as we release the Kraftin.
All right, shells are picked. Now let's heat mold. The shells will come to you with a bit of a curve already. See, the base top that we picked out needs quite a bit more curve to really get it to form around the top. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to heat up the entire shell first, and then we'll focus on the little bits that I want to go on. So I'll speed this up. Let's get started.
While I'm working in super speed, let's talk heat guns. The one I have here is an industrial heat gun, and it's because I use it all the time, pretty much every day. There's plenty of heat guns that you can use, and I have them linked on our favorite page on our website. You can even use a hair dryer on super high heat. It just takes a lot longer for the plastic to become moldable. You can see here that it's soft to the touch, and that's what you want. You don't want to push it or force it. You want to be able to move this shell with just the tip of your finger. And once you have that little give with the tip of your finger, then you can go in and start focusing in on the certain pieces that you want to fold in. So right now I'm working on the base, so it molds to the bottom of the shell and the bottom of the top. And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and start heating up the top, and I'm going to really dig in to the details of the shell so that it folds in with the shell's details, and that way you won't notice that we manipulated the shell as much as we are going to. It'll look more natural if we can keep it along the lines with the details and the ridges of the shells, which is one of the reasons why I picked our giant clamshell, because it molds so nicely with all those big deep details.
It's a very slow process, and I have very little patience, so it's one of the harder processes of making the top. Is you want to be slow, you want to be exact, and with your pressure you want full hand. And I know I said full hand. On these ridges I like to put my fingers in to really get it to turn, but you want to use as much even pressure as you possibly can, and that'll help prevent cracking the shells. But you can see after all that, we now have a nice fit on the bra, and it comes right up to the edge there. So it fully hugs the shape, and it made for a really, really, really nice fit on this top. I'm really excited about how these shells are going to turn out. So we have our shells heat molded, and now we're going to go on to paint. But first, before we do paint, we're going to let these cool down fully before we paint. We want them cold when we paint and not hot. So I just found that it messes with the paint a little bit if they're warm. So a cold shell for painting and a warm shell for heat shaping. So once they're cooled down, we'll be ready to paint. We'll see you there.